Hey, Jason Pantano, Black Mountain Endeavors, bringing you wooded mountain parcels that are easier to understand, access, and build on. Today, we're checking out the southwest lot here at Silas Branch Road in Burnsville, Yancey County, Western North Carolina. For those of you who have seen either of the other two tours here at Silas Branch, the first section titled "Where is this place?" will be familiar territory. You're welcome to skip ahead to the next chapter where we examine the access. Let's jump out and take a look around. Burnsville is a 45-minute drive north of Asheville via Interstate 26. It's a charming small town next door to Pisgah National Forest, known as the hiking capital of Western North Carolina, with the highest peaks and trails in the eastern U.S. There's a vibrant arts and crafts scene here, as well as the Bear Dark Sky Observatory, recognized as one of the best places in the world for stargazing. Outside of Burnsville town limits in the mountains toward the Tennessee border where this property is situated, there are no zoning restrictions. I know a lot of you are seeking unrestricted acreage, and this parcel comes without an HOA, deeded restrictions, or zoning. The quickest way here from most directions will be turning onto Scrons Creek Road from Highway 19 east, coming up and over the McKinney Gap where Scrons Creek becomes Bald Mountain Road and descends into the Bald Mountain Creek Valley. A scenic backcountry road through the valley will take you past the preserve at Wolf Laurel, about 3 miles to Silas Branch on your right. Coming up the holler toward Thunderstruck Knob and Sampson Peak, both over 4,000 feet in elevation, you'll notice a few other residences on either side of the state-maintained roadway till you arrive at your new property with a professionally installed gravel entrance already completed. The access here is very easy. As I said, Silas Branch Road is state maintained. It did sustain some damage during Helene, which NCDOT immediately fixed structurally and laid gravel in some areas until they're able to fully repave it top to bottom. The newly installed gravel entrance is situated directly across from 870 Silas Branch Road. That home is owned by a longtime resident and very sweet woman named Joyce. I encourage you to give her a wave if you see her coming out when you're there for a showing. The handful of people who live along Silas Branch have all been fantastic to get acquainted with. I feel very blessed to be a part of this friendly community as of recently and having worked to keep it the low density area that it is. You see, the proposed route of the driveway has been mostly cleared and is very level. No large grading expenditure needed to continue this to our proposed primary build area. I say primary because this property is expansive enough to build in various locations, but this is the most economical route. Totally up to your unique plans though. We've partially cleared this level area I feel would be great for yard space or garden work in front of or behind the footprint of your foundation. You can clear as far back into this gently sloped wooded area as you wish. As we will see shortly, the property extends southward beyond the edge of these woods into a lovely meadow setting at the rear of the parcel. Stay tuned for that. The view from here is a stunner. You're looking across the northern end of your property toward Flat Top Mountain in the distance, with Deer Ridge layering in front. You control the trees to the left and right of what we cut initially to expand the view, should you choose to do so, based on the exact angle of your build. Stepping back, you see how level this area is and can picture some hard-to-find yard space here in an otherwise mountainous and wooded setting. But let's not forget, you have this open meadow dynamic beyond the edge of the wood. Picture this as being significantly behind the primary build area, which overlooks the mountain view. Here you have some room for animal grazing for you goat and sheep fans out there, or maybe an alternative build area for a guest cabin. Sometimes people approach me needing a parcel where they can park their RV or fifth wheel for an extended period while they figure out their plans and get through the design and construction process. You have the ability to do that here, and it's really up to you to decide. The topography is a varied mix of level or gently sloped buildable areas, as we've seen, a natural draw with a year-round creek flowing safely below the proposed build site. Here's a look at the old logging roadbed leading down from the build area, and steeper slope well beyond the creek farther to the southeast as you rise toward and along the spur from Thunderstruck Knob that forms your southeastern boundary. I have a sign posted on the far side of the creek, an area you could clear more to create another meadow away from your house, which directs you to duck under this fallen tree. That tree came down during Helene. There are logging routes which will lead you up to the highest elevations on the property, between 35 and 3,600 feet, where you have outstanding winter views in multiple directions. I consider that part of the property more of a hiking, mountain biking, and/or ATV playground, perhaps a hunting stand location, more than anything you'd build on. Nice to have the expansive wooded buffer area too. When you first arrive and park in the gravel entry, walk just ahead along the clear driveway route and you'll see the "You Are Here" map I posted on your left, facing north as the map is oriented. That should help you get your bearings when exploring the 24 acres. Walking down to and across the creek, ducking under the fallen tree and following the cleared logging route left, this is for you explorers out there, you come to this property corner marked by an iron pin wrapped in pink. From here, the property boundary angles across the draw toward a tree double wrapped in pink ribbon. The boundary then continues just above this soil bank until you arrive at this iron pin, also wrapped in pink. I intentionally had my surveyor place the line here to give you an opportunity to install yet another driveway entrance off Silas Branch if you wanted to. I call attention to this spot as an alternative driveway on the "You Are Here" map. You could create a loop for yourself with the entrance we've already installed higher up on the property, or just treat this as a dirt ATV track. Lots of options and all up to you. Let's talk about utilities. A huge variable when it comes to vacant land, often requiring easements and other parties' permission. A plus of this property is the presence of electric and fiber internet on site. This utility pole, handled by French Broad Electric, is located within your acreage as the overhead lines traverse up the mountain hollow to the side of our proposed build area. You therefore have a reasonably short distance to trench from this pole over to your site while keeping trees between as a visual buffer. We've already paid for a soil perk test performed by Land Resource Management, a local engineering firm, who confirmed viability for at least a 3-bedroom system in the proposed build area. As the buyer, you're welcome to test additional areas or for a larger system depending on your unique plans. Water would stem from a private well, a permit for which can be obtained once you secure a septic permit indicating the applicable setback requirements. I'm happy to put you in touch with my engineer. I highly recommend that firm to help you navigate the permit process. Not a complicated process, but worth outsourcing in my opinion. So there you have it. I hope this guided tour is helpful for you in digesting this land for sale. I am available for follow-up questions and further discussion. Feel free to reach out. Until next time, I'm Jason Pantano, bringing you vacant land parcels more thoroughly explained.